guys, we are watching Ado for the second time. This will be reaction to song Unravel, and also like there will be like two reactions in one, because like we will be checking Unravel MV and also like live performance, which is also like from the official channel of Ado. Guys, you selected this song in the poll, which I created a few days ago, and also like you recommend me this one in the comment section under the first reaction, which was song The Show, right? And like this is like interesting because like I never like watched. I usually don't like listen and watch something similar to this one, to Ado. I think also like I don't know simply like something similar to this artist. It's like very interesting, and that conception and that that musical composition of that song, I mean like that show, which I reacted, that was like really beautiful. And also like she has a beautiful vocal skills, like her color is amazing, and she's like a very impressive during during that singing. She is like capable to manage a pretty high reach, right? So yeah, this will be interesting. I'm curious, guys. I like it, and let's check this out. Unravel. Okay.
教えて教えてよその仕組みを
Very calm start.
僕の中に誰かいるの壊れたよこの世界で君が笑う何も見ずに
Did I set a very calm start? Oh no way. I forgot myself. Oh. Again, that silent part. This is a beautiful. I love that composition. Like we are like switching between two parts, like between that more calmer and between that like energetic ride, which this song is like for sure. I love the two sides of Ado. Like she's like representing the two sides in this song, and it sounds like very like I have no like lyrics, there aren't like available, so I'll be like checking the lyrics later in my privacy. But like this song sounds like very like very like so touchable, sounds very touching. And but like that composition and then comparison and switching between two parts, it's really great. And she has like very beautiful voice, even like in her like more silent fillers, which is beautiful, really. Ah. Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god. Whoa, my god, that was a great solo, by the way. She's like behind all of the production of this song because, like you wrote in the previous direction to the show, that she's like recording all of the voices right in that like tracks. She's like spending a lot of like days recording different scales of her like tones, and then like she's like mixing up together to to the final production. So I'm like curious if she's like also like behind the production of the like of the musical aspect, not just like singing, but like overall, because like this solo was amazing and that's I will like replay this part because like that was scary. She was like shouting something, right? And I was like, okay. Yeah, okay, unraveling the world. That was crazy. Hi.
てしまった彼らになかった二つが絡まる二人が滅びる壊せる壊せない狂うよ狂えないあなたを
You are going up, right?
夢と歪んだ世界にだんだん僕は透き通って見えなくなって見つけないで僕のことを見つめないで誰かが仕組んだ孤独な罠に未来がほどけてしまう前に思い出して僕のことを鮮やかなまま忘れないで忘れないで忘れないで忘れないで止まってしまったことにバンバイ使える
She's still holding that intense tempo. Wow. That this part was intense, guys. There was like I don't know, like full 1 minute of intense right? Straight away. No pauses, no like calm parts. I was like mistaken since the beginning.
教えて教えて僕の中に誰かいるの
Yeah. Lyrics and music TK arranged by Naoki Itai. So this is like also like my answer to my previous ask, I believe, because like there will be like obviously like more people uh, around this like around this whole production, but like that was intense. I was mistaken. I was I also really thought like this would be like more calmer songs in the beginning. There were like some switching parts between like between slower tempo and like that infernal ride, and but since the half of this song, I believe, like since the 2 minutes where she was like shouting that unravel the world, that was like 2 minutes straight away of like hellish ride through through some like infernal flames or something like that. Was crazy. Wow. So guys, that was Emmy, but I'm like curious about live performance of this song. This will be like for the first time, and I'm like watching Ado in live in some like live clip or something. And I'm curious about this one because, like you said it, or like you wrote that she's still like covering her face or something like that, right? So nobody knows, like from the audience, nobody knows how she looks like. And I'm curious how she's like doing this one in like concerts or something, right? In currently she also had some like world tour, and she was like in Europe, right? Because like I was checking some sorry, some reels or something on Instagram, I believe, and there was a Netherlands. So like I think that it was like pretty new one. So yeah, I'm curious how this like this concert of Adele looks like. Okay, I like it, and let's check this out.
教えてよ死んだとその仕組みが僕の中に
And I'm like seeing some light sticks. This is like her official light stick. She has also like a light stick. So how Ada works? She's like sort of like a idol or something. This could be like a great reference because I believe like first idol groups are coming from Japan, right? And so she's like based on some idol system or something. Some cage. And she's there. Maybe a little bit louder. It's so big. Oh my god! She was like switching two tones, right? Wow! That was great. That was great. Ooh. Jesus. That's crazy. Oh my god. and she was like singing after this song another tracks. Tell me this is like her opening, and I'll be I couldn't like speak for years after this performance if I will be like on her position and I could like sing, even if I will be like some singer and I would no how she's like able to do like another performances after this one, if it's like part of some like wall set list of the world tour or something, or like some showcase or something. So she has I'm sure like more tracks, right? And like this one, is it like performing by the last at the end to the end, like, or like it's like part of the beginning or like first sequence? I don't know, but like I think like it's impossible to singing after this one. Let's guys, I I was like holding my breath during some parts. I was so worried about her because like that performance was insane. This was much better than Andy. That like obviously live performances are always like better than Andy's, but like that Emmy was great. I was like, okay, this is insane, but like this one, which was it? This part when she was like switching that the two keys and like then like spit it out that unravel the word, but like that this one was much crazier than that recorded one. Wow.
無邪気に笑った記憶がささっと動けない動けない動けない動けない動けない動けないよ
How she was like how she could still breathing during the part, that the part was like I don't know, like long for like 15-20 seconds, and that there wasn't like any pauses, and she was like still spitting out these verses, and then like at the end she was screamed and as some like I don't know, like some Japanese dragons from myths or something. Wow. Guys, once again, once again, this part, I love it. That was insane. Overall performance was great, but like this was grandioso.
無限に広がる孤独が絡まる無邪気に笑った記憶がささっと動けない動けない動けない動けない動けないよ
Oh my. Guys, give me another song. Give me another song from her. Which song, another song you recommend me after this one? Like this will be very hard to overcome this. Wow, this was right. This was right. Uh, wow, and it's very interesting how those two songs which I reacted, Unravel and the show, are absolutely different and uncomparable. I couldn't tell like, for example, the show is my more favorite than this one, and otherwise, because like both of songs have like absolutely different vibe and like different style, and this one. This is like crazy. This I want like to see for in life, like for sure when I would be like visiting concert of Ado, I would be like some devoted fan and like traveling to some country where that concert will be. I really wanna like I would love to see this one for sure, like but like the show is on the other hand like very catchy, and like I still can't like let go that song from my head, that chorus, that hook is still there, and like it's still in my mind. I am not like lying. I was preparing to reaction for Ado today, and I was like singing, even like not like just in my mind, but like like here I was like singing that verses from the show. So yeah, this both of these songs are great. Wow, guys, which song I should do next? And please, there will be like some live performance. Has the show live performance? Because like this was intense. This was intense. Wow. And this is so underrated. Only 17 million views. Like, come on. This was insane.